Here's how you reach millions of people on the Instagram Explore page. While I can't exactly guarantee millions of reach per post from Explore, even though I've done that many times over for my own accounts and clients' accounts, as it comes down massively to content and consistency. However, Instagram just released some information going over exactly how you can rank on the Instagram Explore page. And if you take the information from this video, put it into action, do it consistently, and constantly improve your content over time, you too can definitely reach tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of people through the Explore page. Explore page reach is the holy grail of organic Instagram reach and growth. It tends to be by far the most targeted form of reach you can get, meaning when you get reach from the Explore feed, a much higher percentage of people who see your content there will like it, will engage with it in some way, shape or form, then follow your account and potentially down the line turn it into a customer. Compared to hashtag reach, for example, where the percentage of people who engage and follow and so on is considerably lower. I'm not sure exactly why that is. It's just something I've noticed over the past 7 or so years on Instagram that tends to hold true. Maybe they've got better targeting, or people are more interested in finding new creators when on the Explore page. Now, Explore reach is also one of the most scalable forms of reach. A great post like this, for example, can go out there and reach over 1 million people on Explore, whereas it is much harder to do that with hashtags. In fact, I don't even think I've had a single post ever reach over 500,000 people from hashtags, which by the way is still a ton of people, but considering I've had posts reach millions from Explore and never 500,000 on hashtags, goes to show that the potential of Explore is massive. And often hashtag and Explore reach goes hand in hand, but Explore will be always much bigger in my experience. So to build your audience fast, hitting the Explore page is the way to do it. This allows you to scale your growth and income extremely fast. Although to most people, hitting the Explore page seems to be some kind of mystery as to how you get on there. With hashtags, for example, it's relatively straightforward. You put hashtags on your content, you can show up at the top of those hashtags, people find you, that's how you get reach. However, with Explore, people often are a little bit confused, and rightly so. So let's jump into my screen and we'll take a look at what Instagram has had to say about how you actually rank here. So as we can see here, this post from the creator's Instagram account is titled "How the Ranking Algorithm Works on Explore." And it looks like this will be a series of posts that they're going to make, which go over all the different ranking algorithms of Instagram. Now, as you can see, this is actually a video, so you're going to have to make do with the big play button in the middle, but I've paused it here. The post goes on to say, Explore is designed to help you discover new things. We make recommendations based on what posts you've liked, saved, shared, and commented on in the past. Now, please bear in mind that whenever Instagram are publishing content about how ranking works or how certain features on the platform work, they're always phrasing it to how they show content to the users and how it affects the users itself. They don't tend to position this as how you can reach more people with your content. It's more, why are you seeing this content? Which then on this channel, I try and reverse engineer for you creators and sort of like translate it into how you can take this information to actually reach more people. If you find that helpful, be sure to leave a like on the video. Now, if we go across, we can see another video, which makes it kind of annoying. Would have been much better as a carousel. But anyway, we can see the most important signals we look at in a rough order of importance are: number 1, information about the post. From signals like how many and how quickly other people are liking, commenting, sharing, and saving a post. So to translate that into creator/marketer speak, the more early engagement you receive on your post, the better the chances of it getting pushed onto the Explore page. And this is relatively obvious and makes a lot of sense as to why this is in place, because the more engagement a post receives at the start, chances are the better it is, and the more likely it is going to be valuable to other people on the platform that Instagram can then show it to. Now, as this is the most important factor that they're saying to rank on the Explore page, that is the reason why people created engagement groups about 4 or so years ago, and I personally used them in the beginning because they were really effective. And the idea behind them is you get a big group of people who all engage with each other, so whenever someone in the group posts, everyone goes and engages with that piece of content. They then receive a massive amount of early engagement, and that is designed to then push it onto the Explore page. However, Instagram is extremely smart. Their algorithms are insanely switched on, and eventually they cottoned onto this and created ways to sort of work out people who were using this. And they've specifically said in a lot of their updates that accounts who are using inauthentic engagement, so coming from engagement groups or even fake engagement, will limit the reach of those people and often won't be eligible for certain monetization features. So I would definitely avoid these. They were really powerful when they first came out, but nowadays focus on the more organic strategies that I teach on the channel. Now, if we take a look at the second most important factor, it is your history of interacting with the person who posted. So if people have seen your content before, then you've got a higher chance of ranking at the top of their explore feed, which again makes a lot of sense. If someone has engaged with someone's content before, it is a good indication that they are interested in what that person is posting, and therefore that'll rank you higher on the explore feed. This is often what causes that exponential growth through the explore page. When you haven't ever hit the explore page before, chances are your pool of people who have engaged with you that you can then show up in their explore feed is very, very small, if not negligible, because those people already follow you. However, if every week you're constantly hitting explore, receiving engagement from people who don't follow you and reaching more and more people, your pool of people that don't follow you but have engaged with you from the explore page becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and there are more people who can see your posts, which means you're going to get more engagement, you're going to get more reach on explore, and it sort of just builds up over time. This allows you to rank in the explore page, reach some new people, next post make another banger, reach those people and some more, and it keeps building every time. Now if we take a look at the third factor, it is your activity, such as what posts you've liked, saved or commented on, and how you've interacted with posts in explore in the past. Now, once again, this is pretty straightforward and there's not a massive amount you can do about this. This is pretty much just Instagram identifying what content someone is interested in and then finding the accounts that post that content. So as long as you have a niche that your content is in, Instagram are going to look at what people engage with, find people who are interested in your content, and then you can show up on their explore feed. There's no real hack here or any way you can improve this. Instagram are simply finding people who they think will love your content. Now, one interesting thing about this point, however, is the fact that they specifically mentioned how someone has engaged in the explore feed. They don't talk about how someone engages on the platform. They specifically say the explore feed and how people engage there. And this is because, as Instagram has mentioned in the past, and as I've talked about on this channel many times, people interact with different areas of Instagram differently. So for example, if you're following all of your friends on Instagram and that's the only people you follow and they just post photos of themselves, then on your home feed, you might engage with a ton of selfies of people, for example. However, on the explore page, because the people you're seeing are not people you know, you don't engage with anyone taking selfies on the explore page. Instead, you might engage with posts about a certain passion of yours. Maybe you're right into dancing, and so you like a ton of videos about dancing. Or maybe you love tennis, and so you engage with a ton of photos about tennis, teaching you tennis trick shots, tennis news, all of that stuff there. Instagram will pick up on this and realize that in your feed, you enjoy selfies of your friends, but on Explore, you want to see tennis content. And so on Explore, they're not going to show you selfies of random people, they're going to show you tennis content. It's often overlooked the fact that Instagram have got different algorithms for different parts of the platform, but it's really important to understand so you can understand to create content that'll hit the explore page and do well there, and then what content isn't going to do well. And then finally, let's take a look at the fourth point. Before we do though, if you want to learn more in-depth information, strategies, and techniques to both grow your following on Instagram and monetize it, you can get my Instagram ebook and Instagram crash course down below. It should be the top link in the description, and it's currently just $9. So if you want to learn more information, get weekly emails from me and a ton of cool stuff inside there, I highly recommend you take action and jump in. And then on to point number 4, information about the person who posted, like how many times other people have interacted with that person in the past few weeks. Again, out comes Josh the Decipher to work out what this means for you. Pretty much, as a creator, the more engagement you have received on your content in the past few weeks will give you a higher standing or a higher chance of ranking in the explore feed, because it shows that you're posting engaging, interesting, watch-worthy content that Instagram can feel safe recommending to new people. And this mostly comes down to a trust factor and what some people call a trust score. If Instagram see over the past few weeks you have posted a ton of content that your audience like, that they enjoy, that they commented on, and that fits within their guidelines, that'll give you a higher ranking, and Instagram can be more sure in knowing that what you're going to post next and what you've just posted is also likely to be good. The more Instagram trusts you to post great, engaging, and advertiser-friendly content, the better your ranking. And this is especially important for the Explore page specifically, more so than any other place on Instagram. Because unlike the home feed, people haven't chosen to see your content on the Explore feed. Instagram are making recommendations, so they have to be really careful when doing so. Whereas in your home feed, if you see a piece of content, you chose to follow that person. And when you followed them, chances are you knew what you were getting into. You followed them for a reason. You saw their content. You knew what they were going to post. If it is a comedian that swears a ton, that is always going off about different stuff, then you chose to follow that, and so you're not going to get upset when you see that content. Or maybe it is sexual content, or maybe it is violent content, but you chose to follow that and see that content when you followed them. Whereas on the Explore page, Instagram don't tend to recommend any of that content because they don't know how you're going to react to it, and maybe you don't want to see that. And so they tend to avoid pushing sensitive content, which is also why they don't tend to push financial claims and health claims to people on the Explore page, as that could be potentially harmful information. And that's sort of all ties in with this whole trust score. You need to be posting content that aligns with Instagram to actually hit here, so they can trust that you're going to put out something great that's not going to negatively affect people and that'll serve their audience well. And a great way for Instagram to know this is what did you do over the past few weeks, which will indicate what you're going to do on this post and future posts, which is why they look at a lot of engagement. And like, the trust factor aside, if you get a lot of engagement, chances are you're posting something interesting, especially if it's authentic engagement. And so it's another good reason for Instagram to post your content more. Now, they didn't really add anything extra in the caption, so I'm going to quickly recap 4 steps to ranking higher on the Instagram Explore page, and then we'll wrap up this video. Number 1 is aim to receive as much early engagement as possible. Share your post to your story, post at peak times, engage with people on your comments, especially early on, and simply post interesting stuff people want to engage with. Number 2, how often someone has seen and engaged with your content in the past. There's not really much you can do about this aside from just consistently putting out good stuff. Number 3, your niche. Again, there's not a lot you can do here. This just comes down to Instagram finding the right people who are going to enjoy your content. But one thing you can do actually here is you can make sure all of your content fits into one niche, so you're not confusing the algorithm by posting some stuff about this content, some content about this, and just mixing everything up. If you have one niche, one focus for your content, it becomes much easier for them to identify within the algorithm. And then finally, number 4, how much engagement you've received over the past few weeks, as well as how trustworthy your account is. So simply make sure you're consistently putting out engaging content that fits within their guidelines and that isn't breaking any rules to build your authority in the algorithm. And that's it. I hope this video helps you with Instagram, helps you get better results. Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below, and maybe any experience or anything that you've noticed that helped you rank, and then other people can learn from that as well. It'll make everyone happier and more successful on Instagram. But that's it from this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and grab my ebook and crash course down below for $9. That's it from me. I will see you next time.